everybody, it's Isabella here, and today in this video we're going to be reviewing a book series that I have over here off camera, but before we get into that, I'm going to touch on something very briefly. You guys probably saw that I took down a lot of videos, and I did. That was me. I didn't get hacked, but the person in the videos I no longer want to be associated with. Let's just say, and I'm ending it there. I'm not saying who, but yeah, ending it there. So the book series that I'm going to be reviewing is called The Lunar Chronicles, but each book has its own name. So it's not like The Lunar Chronicles Book 1, Lunar Chronicles, no. So like the first book in the series is called Cinder. It's like, Cinder is like a recurring character. She is the main character. If you do not want spoilers, then click off the video. I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. It's like a futuristic Cinderella. I heard about this from my very loving and caring friend slash teacher. Her name is Kristen. She works at my old high school. And she was the one that got me obsessed with this book series. And let me tell you, I'm in love with it. I love each of the characters, and I don't know if this is just me, but I love how you can get so attached to the characters and then they get ripped out of the book. Like, there's one character named, like, Penny. She ends up getting this sickness that's going around that Cinder is immune to. I call it the lunar sickness because it basically comes from lunars, which is what Cinder is, but, so basically, okay, I'm gonna rewind myself a little bit. So, in this book and throughout the series, there are two races. There's humans and there are lunars. Lunars live on the moon and they have like this vast like palace. They're always so clean when you actually get into where the nobles are, and then when you get to where the peasants are, it's really dusty and dirty. And yeah. Okay. So okay. So, and then also lunars have a weird no mirror thing. So, like, anytime they come to the Kingdom of Commonwealth, which is where mainly the story takes place, they have to take down all the mirrors and anything that has a reflection, because lunars don't like reflections, because they use this thing called a glamour to, um, change how they look, to change how they look, to change the way that they look. Change the way that they look. So, but if they look in a mirror and they try to use their glamour, it doesn't work. So Cinder, I'm trying to, so kind of like, so Cinder kind of is like also kind of a little bit like Rapunzel. You know how like Rapunzel's like the lost princess. She is. She is also the one. Like Cinder's like the lost princess of this of the lunar race, but you don't really get to know that. But the first book is mainly based off of like Cinderella. You have this evil stepsister, stepmother, and then you have like Anastasia, who I can't call evil. I'm sorry, I can't call her evil. And then you have, hang on. And if y'all want to get your own, like, you guys want, and if I do mess up the order, which I'm pretty sure the order is in one of the books. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's here. But the next book is based on Little Red Riding Hood. You have the Big Bad Wolf and Little Red, which I'm gonna tell you this right now. I want them to become a fucking couple. Like, I am sorry. Because you have this guy named Wolf who, I don't know if it's in this book or later in the series, you find out that the Queen of the Lunars, Lavana, she's a big bitch. Literal bitch. I know there's one detail that when we get to the book, I'll tell you. But basically in this book, Scarlet Little Red Riding Hood, and the Big Bad Wolf meet, and Scarlet's looking for her grandmother who mysteriously disappeared, and is um trying to find her grandmother, and it's a really good series. And yeah, and then that's the second book, which it's a really good book. And then you have a book I kind of find very interesting. It's called Cress. It's called Cress, and it's based off of Rapunzel. So you have this little girl. I believe her name is either Cress or Crescent. Um, she is basically in a satellite that's roaming around Earth, and she is a freaking goddess of hacking. She can hack into basically anything. And she has like super long ass hair like Rapunzel, and her spaceship satellite thingy, like, she has to be brought food. So this other bitch, I can't remember her name. I think it's like Syllabus or something. I don't think I was ever able to pronounce her name, but Syllabus. I think I'm gonna call her Syllabus, but I know it's like SL something. But this one girl, I'm gonna call her General. I'm gonna call her General. So General has to come and bring food, and then you know Crescent ends up getting saved by a guy named Thor. Thor. It's either Thor or Thorn, but he was a fugitive that stole a bunch of artwork. That stole a bunch of artwork, and now is trying to get back. And is helping Wolf the himself. He's helping Wolf, Scarlet, and Cinder, and a little robot named IKO, which, bless her heart. At one point in the series, IKO's body, like, so she's a robot, gets destroyed by her stepmother, Cinder's stepmother, and they end up reprogramming her to be the ship that they go, and it's so freaking cool. And then they do end up kidnapping the prince named his name is Kai, and there is one part in the series that I literally almost threw the fucking book, and the book's actually coming up, so gonna write down. But this series basically is a really good series. I keep saying that, I know, but it's really good. I really like it. And then in winter, that's the name of the fourth book. In this is yeah. So basically, then we come to kind of what I like to call as the main of like the ends, like the end of the main series, because you have the two spin-offs that we'll discuss. But winter is basically like Snow White. And winter, Lavana's stepdaughter, is head over heels for this freaking soldier, and he gets ordered by Lavana to kill Winter. Well, he ends up killing a dog instead of Winter to make it look like he killed her. And I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, Scarlet gets locked in a cage. I don't remember why because it's been forever. I think it's because she got caught. Because what I vaguely remember is I remember her finding her grandmother, and I remember finding her grandmother, which was just a winner pretending to be her grandmother. And then you have and then we're gonna kind of get to the spinoffs now. Lavana's story, which I have not read this actually, so I'm very curious about it. I want to find out why she's such a bitch. Let's put it that way. Because Lavana, one thing that pisses me off, like, worse than waking up and having no waffles in the fridge, is, so there is a scene where she's basically holding the Prince Kai hostage in his room. And he came to the moon to propose peace. And like, Lavana's like, oh, you're gonna come here, my future husband, because they're gonna get married. And he's like, come here, my future husband, let's film a video together. and she uses her fucking glamour. And when they literally like describe the eyes of how like he's like, oh, I love you, honey. I wanted to throw the book. I wanted to burn it. I wanted to scream. He's supposed to be with Cinder. And then this book I haven't read either, but I'm not sure exactly what it's about, so I can't really discuss it because when I got finished with the series, I finished Winter because that was the last book my teachers had, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish it, so I'm gonna go and read those. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Only a small amount of you guys are subscribed. So please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!